what in the hell just happened? Huge tech bubble burst today. All the big tech companies all getting killed. A lot of opportunity for shorting. You guys will see in the recap some of the shorts that I made and how much money I made today. It was the largest day in the small account that I've ever had. And you guys will be impressed with the return. Almost 50% profit today in the small account using only $4,000. I made over $2,000. So the day wasn't looking that amazing this morning. It was kind of a weird day. And I started looking around for some shorts. You saw the video from the earlier. I was up a little bit. I think I was up like break even on the day. So I sat back and was waiting, and then I started looking at some shorts. And you can see here NVDA, NVIDIA, had this one pulled up, and you can see it started crashing down. It got down to that $1.60 area, and I was like, okay, that's weird. It's crashing hard right now. So it crashed pretty hard. It pulled back all the way to $1.59. I was like, okay, this is game on now. So something is going on here. Either it's gonna bounce really hard, or it's gonna start crashing, and it's gonna crash really, really hard. I started looking online. There were some hit articles, some bearish articles trying to keep it down, and you can see ended up going short here at 158, and you can see what happened. It started to crash really hard. It started going lower and lower and lower, and I started adding and adding, and I pretty much maxed out as much buying power as I could, and started just kind of scalping these pops, getting these drops, and then shorting it again on pretty much every pop, just shorting every pop. And then, you know, if it started to go up, I would sell, and if it started to go down, I would just sit there and wait for it to go down and pretty much sell $2 or $3 lower. So it dropped a total of almost $20 since the high this morning at $168. And you can see NVDA, NVIDIA down 6% on the day. It was up $168, and now it's dropped down to $143. So huge drop there, almost $25 drop there. And it still looks like it might drop a little bit more. It came down this 143 support area and started to bounce back up. OCLR doing the same thing. Was watching this thing. You can see I've been watching this. Been talking about OCLR for the last couple of days. I shorted a couple times, and finally it cracked. It cracked really hard. It got through that $10 area. It was kind of the key area to watch. $10. Ended up getting in here later. Ended up getting in here a little bit late, shorting this one down to the 950 area there. It got all the way down to 940. So ended up making a little bit of profit there. Not a huge profit like on NVIDIA, but still, I think like $300 there on OCLR. And then AMD also similar to NVIDIA in terms of the market, you know, both graphic cards, computers, so they kind of move with each other. And AMD did the same kind of move as NVIDIA did today, went from that green to red, and then it crashed really hard. I didn't end up shorting this one until later on in the day after I had been shorting NVIDIA a couple times. I got kind of bored of NVIDIA because it just kept on crashing. I was like, okay, I don't want to play it too much here. I don't want to really blow it here, but you can see here it pulled all the way back to 1170 from that high there at 1340. So big move there on AMD as well, crashing down. Just insanity here. Nothing. These stocks just crashing hard, getting in on these shorts, really having no problem here. You know, they jump up, you get in on the pop, and then short it down, let it get down to a bottom, find kind of support there, and then cover at that support area. So AMD, big drop. NVIDIA, big drop. You can see the overall market, the S&P 500 kind of pulling back today. It was up big and then dropped down to 242 area there, and now it's kind of bouncing again. But at one point it was down like 50%. So the kind of overall market was like, okay, this might be a big red day here. And TQQ, one of my favorite 3-time ETFs, also crashing down, following the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's down, I think, like 2% today, or almost 3%. So TQQ dropping there. Ended up making $444 there on AMD. I talked about NVIDIA, made a huge profit there, $1,700 on NVIDIA. Huge day on NVIDIA today. And then also taking out that trade on OCLR, making $300. And then from earlier, the TSRO trade, making the $200 there on TSRO. So overall, just kind of the market selling off. So big kind of just tech exodus. So the whole kind of technology world market, Facebook also crashing down there from 155 down to 147. Facebook crashing. What else crashed today? Twitter crashed today. There was a lot of sell-off in the technology world, so a lot of opportunity to go short on these. Great thing about these big company stocks is there's always plenty of shorts available. You can get in, you can short on the bid. You don't need to wait to get filled. You can just short it as soon as you see the kind of weakness there. NVIDIA obviously being the big mover. Just looking at the 5-minute chart here, it's just nasty. You can see it kind of broke through that support area there at 150. 52 area, broke through that, went all the way down here to the 142. It's kind of bouncing a little bit. I think people are trying to get in here for a possible bounce on Monday, thinking that there might be some upside now that it's kind of found a support level there at 143. So we'll see what happens, but hey, I'm pretty happy with making $2,000 a day. Obviously, my commissions and stuff are going to be a little bit more than normal, but still a $2,000 a day, trading with only $4,000. That's a 50% profit day here, trading in the small account. So I can't complain about that. I pretty much already hit my goal for the month. I'm going to be up the 100% that I started, started at 3,000. Now I'm going to be up to almost $6,000 in the small account. So can't complain about that. I'm pretty much hit my goal for the month. So everything from here on out is just a bonus. So I just got to protect my profits and focus on getting the best opportunities like Nvidia here, this huge short sell. With the TSRO trade, normally I never trade those kind of stocks. You can see TSRO ran up big, went up for $126 up to $140. Normally, normally I don't trade those kind of stocks, but it had momentum, it had the move. Get 100 shares there, you get a $2 or $3 move, and you can make some profit pretty quickly there. And that was kind of the goal there. And the small caps really just weren't working today. Nothing really worked out with the small caps, so changed it up, went short on some of the big movers that were crashing down. Had to be flexible there, didn't want to be stuck in a rut. You didn't really know what's going to happen, and you got to keep an eye on these kind of things. Wow, I don't know what's going on with XBit right now, dropping down huge. XBIT just dropped from $9.50 down to $3, so something's going on with that. I'm going to look into that. But overall, pretty crazy day here with the technology stocks all crashing down, making $2,000, going short. Had a couple of losses in the morning. Actually tried to go long on Nvidia at one point, ended up losing $80 on that, but overall on the day up $2,000. Kind of an amazing profit total for only trading with $4,000. So just showing you guys that even with a small account, you can still make a lot of money. You just have to wait for the right opportunities. When the market's slow, when nothing's really moving, you just sit back, you protect your money, you protect your profits, and you wait for the best mover. Nvidia today was just a bloodbath, and it was just too easy. It was too easy to short this thing. You could pretty much short every pop there, and as it went lower, just short it, let it go down $2 or $3, cover, short it again on the next pop, and just let it keep going down. Looking for those support areas being resistance as it's going down. If it's breaking through support, a very bad sign. Great for us if you're short, bad if you're trying to go long or not. But overall, the market's just doing a lot of crazy stuff today. Some more volatility into the market today. The technology stocks all getting crushed. $2,000, making $2,000 in one day. Can't complain about that. Like I said, that's what it's all about. Making money and protecting your profits. And great day here trading on Nvidia and a couple other stocks. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Sorry I didn't do it all live. It's kind of went to lunch, came back, and it was getting crazy. But I didn't really think that everything would start moving like it would, and then it started really crashing, and it was all kind of happening at once. So I didn't have time to really jump on and do it all and record it, but just wanted to do this little recap showing you guys kind of the possibilities out there, even with a small account, making huge profits today. $2,000 with only $4,000 equity in my account, like I showed you guys the other day. Hopefully you guys out there with a small account made some big profits today on these shorts. I've been posting about Nvidia short and other shorts all day long on StockTwits and Twitter, etc. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and also follow me on the other social media things if you want some live updates throughout the day. Leave a comment below if you shorted any of these stocks that I also talked about and shorted as well. Always interesting to see different people's entries and exits as well.